Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for Friday, September 9. So just working it from this particular low point here in the US markets, we're looking at the same sort of pattern, but the US markets have lifted higher, whereas the European markets have still sinking. You're still sort of haven't gotten out of the mud yet, so to speak. They might catch up, but at the same time, I still expect them to move higher. So looking from this low here, I think the best fit is the A, the B, and the C wave here for the A wave, and then the B wave here. And I can count 5 waves in here, so 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 here, and 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, the fourth wave, and then the fifth wave. So we should be up into I mean, 1's going to give us a hard time here, so close to 2 and maybe 3. It depends how it's going to move along, you know. That's the main point with all of this. Don't particularly want to see wave 4 overlapping this. So look, this is the conservative count, and you know, the thing is that the move up here is a corrective rally, because this leg here has moved down, has overlapped this one here. It's not like we can count this as 5 waves all the way up to this point, you know. So it is a corrective rally, and you know, sometimes there's the distance between wave A here, just doing it like this here, between wave A and wave C can also play a part in each other. So, you know, we could, I mean, it's just a rule of thumb. It's not a biggie, you know, but it does mean that, you know, that these levels here are going to be, you know, are also going to slow the market down as well. So, but the timing of all this, we should see Monday, Friday and Monday be positive, and then look for short trades after that, you know. Short trades, because I can see this is corrective, you know. Unless we look at this as wave 1 here, then an A wave and a B wave and a C wave, but they don't sort of add up like that very nicely. So I think this is probably the best count. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to trade long in this, well then sort of now is the time really across these tops here for that. And this will be the same for this market here as well. We can look at that as 1 and 2 here, and have to look up for, oops daisy, look up for wave 3 here, and 4 and 5. So it'll be interesting to see if it gets a sort of a bit of a backbone, a bit of a spine after this sort of not being able. I suppose it's you know, it's building here, isn't it? That's one thing to look at. I mean, this low here doesn't take out that low on the euro, but we can see that on the DAX. So we need to be reminded of that. But that's sort of. So up here we could look at this as wave B or wave 2 up here for that, just like we're doing with the US markets. So that's where we are really. So we're just seeing this build up here, and you know, the 3500 is a nice number to build on. We've got an impulse wave here, so keeping the stop under here. You could probably put the stop just here, but you know, because it's the closing and the opening of the US markets or the European markets, you just need to give it a bit of a wider berth, you know. It's also possible to put in this case here, to put wave B over here, but I could count 5 waves up in the DAX. I'll just go to that for the time being. But if you're day trading, this is 1, 2 here, 3, 4 and 5, somewhere up here, somewhere the old highs. Take profit at, if I was here, I'd be taking profit at 35.30. Right, then I'll wait for a classic trading levels pattern to see if I can get a pattern to the upside, you know, some sort of support. So the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, an ABC pattern, and then look to go long again. Or you might get something sideways like this. Normally it comes back and checks wave level 2 here. It can come down to 1.5. That's about about it though. You don't want to see it past that and then come back up for that. So yeah, takes a little while to establish itself on top, because the number 3 is really important. I'll just clear these up because I'll all just squash up. So that's stock 50, and also the FTSE here. This here is looking corrective. So we'll need to look at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and then pushing up higher into this space. So long trades here as well for this, with stops under this low here for that. And yeah, and then down from that point. I mean, this is not the best impulse wave to the upside. I mean, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but better as an A, B, C for the A wave than the B wave and the C wave, and the A wave and the C wave here having some sort of equality to them. Not quite, but just generally the look and feel of it sort of on that, in that space. So yeah, somewhere up around this movement up here. But yeah, so Friday and Monday being bullish, so that's where we're at with that. And the US dollar index here, so we talk about this in the Australian video too, so if you ever need to see that a little bit earlier. So wave 3 and 4, it's possible to have wave 5 up here with wave 3 top in here. Possible to have this, I mean, it's likely that this wave 3, it's possible that we've got our 5. This is more like, this is possible, probable, and sorry, plausible. I'm just trying to, it's a good way to do analysis. It's possible, plausible, and probable. So this one takes up the 3 of them, but this one here is not probable at this stage. But we do have some sort of impulse wave here. We do have some sort of corrective wave here in 3 waves here. So as I explained on the Australian video, we could just have equality here as wave A and C here. I could just bring that down a bit further and have that from the top there and come down at that point, have that sort of equality and move up. But that would be overlapping wave 1 at that point. The other point here is that the 38.2% retracement level is at that point there, so that would be our space to go in. Well, in fact, that's probably not that good either. We could pull back to this wave 4 here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to establish, do we have wave 3 top in and coming back for wave 4, or do we have wave 5 top in and that's the end of it? Do you know what I mean? That whole trend to the upside. So that's what we're trying to understand. But while this is coming down, we'll see of course the other markets move to the upside. So let's have a look at that. So with the euro here, we're looking at wave 3, we're looking at wave 4. So this will be rallying in line with the equities, you know, with the DAX and so on. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. It's the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree there. We'll see how this plays out. It could go further than this, I don't know, but we do need to start counting this in some sort of A, B, C pattern to the upside here. We could look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. We could do it like that. So we could look at this, let's just do that. So we could look at all of this move up here. I don't think it's the case though, but it's kind of what we were talking about in the US markets as well here. So more complicated pattern to play out here just to make things easy for us. So we'll just see how that continues to move there. And also on the, so definitely up in the pound, that can move. So we can either have wave 3 and we're going up for wave 4, or we can have wave 5 low in here. It's a bit of a journey across there for all of that, but we just wanted to let it mature a little bit. But what we can say, this is moving up, so if you wanted to trade long, that's good. The stop would need to go under here for that. It should be okay at that point. Just make sure that you're under that level there, and make sure you never put stops on whole numbers, because you'll be attracting yourselves. If I'm long, I like my number to end in 4 or 7. Oh, so it's on the short side, 2 or 6. on the last number ending with 2 or 6. So I'll leave that up to you, but that's where the stop could be. So we just really need to see how this moves along here, you know. If it looks corrective or continues to be impulsive. I mean, if that low's in place here for wave 5, for example, well, then we'll just basically want to see, it looks like wave 1 and 2 to there, doesn't it, so far? So if we see a 3, 4 and 5 here, if we see something like that, well, then we can also look to, you know, buy that based on that 5 waves there. We could buy here to catch the next leg up. Now, it might be just something like that, in line with equities, or could go further up. We don't know that just yet. But anyway, it looks like we've got some sort of impulse wave here with an ABC here, so we should push up. I would rather be long, and we've got the 5 there. The 5 has got a really nice support here now, so there's a lot of boxes being ticked for a move up here. So that would be the long trade across, well, the classic trading levels pattern here. That's we've had the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, the ABC pattern, and we're sort of moving up here. So we could normally go long above here, but then we drop it down to the next one, and that's where we'd be long at. So that would be and would be having the stop under here. You could probably get the stop under here, but you know, at market open and closes, you don't kind of want to get too close to the market, because it would be squishing you out, the squeezing and the squishing. Okay, that's it. So alrighty, well, thanks for tuning in. Cheers, enjoy the weekend.